Psychologies, my name is Ali Roff Farrar. I am the Wellness Director at Psychologies magazine and author of the Wellfulness Project, and I wanted to jump on in Mental Health Awareness Week and share with you some mindfulness tips and what I know about mindfulness and yogic philosophy to help you with any mental health related issues. So a previous video I spoke about mindfulness and how it can help us go deeper than just this being in the present moment and what it really means and how it can help us with our mental health. And in that video I spoke about being with our emotions. So I wanted to take it a little bit deeper this time and do a short practice with you around being with your emotions. So that can seem, in mindfulness and wellness in general, I think there's a lot of jargony speech that often doesn't really mean much, or, we don't quite understand what that means. So being with your emotions is it's a practice, and I say practice as in it's something that we need to practice. Just like picking up a violin, we wouldn't expect ourselves just to be able to play it the first time we ever picked it up. So we have to practice something to become good at it, and that's exactly the same with this. So if you try this today, or any meditation or mindfulness practice, don't put pressure on yourself to be really good at it because the first time round, because it does take practice, and it's often with something new we need to try it again and again, and then we can kind of settle into it and become better at it. So this practice is a meditation. It's a very, very powerful meditation. The first time I did it, I remember feeling quite quiet afterwards, is the word I would explain it. My experience with it as I needed some time to kind of reflect on it, and I felt a little bit down. So if you are feeling very sensitive at the moment, this is one to perhaps park and try another day when you're feeling a little bit more resilient. But it can be very powerful in that it can really, really change the way that we start to deal with our negative emotions. So I'm going to ask you to choose something. We're going to meditate around something that you're feeling. So I'll take you through this as we go through, but I'll really reiterate and kind of push the point not to choose something that you're really struggling with at the moment. Choosing something, if there's a scale of 1 to 10, choosing something around level 5 to 7. So nothing that's really going to be really difficult for you to think about, or is really upsetting you or really worrying you or making you feel anxious at the moment. Equally, not something trivial that you don't really care about, something in the middle. So find a quiet place to settle in for a few minutes, and maybe grab a blanket. It's really hot today where I am, but you will be sitting still for just a couple of minutes. So grabbing a blanket and any cushions that you need, and starting by being kind to yourself right now, here in this moment. So you might just be, you don't have to have this kind of meditation posture. You can just be sitting at your desk listening to this via your headphones if you want, or on the train or wherever. So finding a quiet place and bringing your eyes to a close if you feel comfortable to do so. And then think of a situation you're feeling uncomfortable about in your life right now. So it can be anything. And try and choose, as I said, something which on a scale of 1 to 10 is about a 5 to 7. 1 being totally easy to think about, and 10 being very difficult for you to kind of deal with and think about and be with right now. So just taking a few calming breaths once you've brought that situation to mind. Just breathing in and out. And then bringing that situation back to your mind. Just asking yourself, how do I feel about this situation? And as you're thinking about how you feel, how this situation makes you feel, try and keep your attention focused on your body. Don't focus on why you feel this way or the stories that you're kind of wanting to attach to it. Just feel it out in your body. So the question I always ask here is, where does that emotion live in your body? Does it live in your heart? Where do you kind of feel that emotion? Sometimes people feel things in their arms, in their gut, heart, maybe in your legs. Just really thinking about where that emotion lives in your body. Where can you feel it? And what's that feeling like? Is it pleasant or unpleasant? Is it soft or hard? Is it steady? Is it moving? Does it pulse or come in waves? Is it a dull ache or a sharp pain? Maybe there's just numbness. There's no right or wrong, just really feeling into the qualities of the emotion and where it lives in your body. Now just notice here, if you're telling yourself off about anything, try not to judge the situation or how you're approaching it or thinking about it. Don't try and change it by pushing it away or grasping onto it tighter and kind of getting all into the little niggly bits. Simply take a step back and see if you can just observe it. Just looking at it, noticing it, and staying with that physical feeling. And this might be uncomfortable, and that's okay. Your mind also might wander as you find it difficult to sit with this situation, and you might start thinking about something else, and that's okay as well. Once you notice that you're doing that, maybe just pull yourself back to it again, just observing without judgment, just being with that situation, being with that emotion, that feeling in your body. And just stay here for a few more breaths, knowing that you can come out of this whenever you like if it gets too much. Just observing that feeling, noticing it, watching it without judgment. And now bring your focus, yourself back to your breath, that calming breath. And apply a balm of kindness to the situation, to the feeling, to yourself for taking the time to practice this very powerful meditation. You've just done something very difficult, but very life-changing, beginning to allow yourself to be with difficult emotions. And when we can master that, being with our difficult emotions, then really, for me, I feel like we've mastered life, because we've begun to learn how to accept the good and the bad, be with the pleasant and the unpleasant. And as I said in the video before, we've started to step out of that small dinghy that fills every bump on the stormy seas and step onto our cruiser. The stormy seas will still be there, the unpleasant emotions will still be there, the situations that we can't control will still be there, but we won't feel every single knock. We'll be able to ride out the storm a little smoother. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. It's in my book, The Wellfulness Project, and I'd love for you to go and check it out if you enjoyed what I spoke about in this video and the last one, and stay tuned for more mindfulness videos.